like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning, I had me some breakfast by the morning, I had a six by the morning, I got on a meat, no pneumonia, the rats keep me up on the volume, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture.
You got a picture me, send me calling, ready for war like Korea, headlining shows out in Poland, you should be cleaning my mansion. My peasant's disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman and go get to dustin'? Yeah, latex on my. Go clean my crown. Can't hear my haters from way up here. They don't make a sound. Money goes on these. White paint on my toes. When I send a new bay alert, gonna be mad. Jumping in the bed, then I switch to the ghost like who's you? Remember this face, cause I'm that you gon' lose to. Dripping in ice, you looking at you. It's squad goals win.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Rams. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. To throw on second down, Harris. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards on the play, and they're going to face a third down. Harris now. From the gun, he'll throw. Buying time to his left. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Now Harris, operating from the gun, being chased out left. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal. Now on 1st and goal, a chance to get a leg up in this NFC title game.
Here we go now.
Back to throw. Harris. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
Here's Harris to throw on second down. Forced out to his left, and the pressure gets to him again. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Harris going to throw on third and goal. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get him the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights, national television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real, and a pretty nice opening statement.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Fight five. Detroit. Detroit.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain there on the completion. Second and 10.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. Going to throw right side here, complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here we go. It's Gurley. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I tell you, on that first glance, I thought he got it easily. But the mark was not a real favorable one. As it turns out...
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And Gurley, he fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover like that. I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the gun, Harris. Flush to his right. He's going to let and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
To throw is Harris. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 23 yards on the play.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Hunter Henry, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Rams getting set to go now. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
And now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back to throw now on 1st down. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Hey. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now, the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it, we can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Yeah, 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this.
56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. They're going to look to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Lucky 56. Gone.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeForest Buckner busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They should, and he's going to go down again. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And with the play clock running out, Sean McVay will take a timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. And Zerline's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the 2nd half.
And now here come the Cowboys. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Harris now throwing on 1st down. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Harris on 1st and 10, eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Harris. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's Harris throwing on 3rd and long. Looking deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the 2nd half now underway in the NFC Championship game. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A big play there for L.A. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
Back to throw here. Flushed out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Aaron Donald's secret, if there is one, to his play, his ability to contort his body in such a way that you can't get a good, clean block on it. He slides through holes and slides past blockers and makes plays just as we saw there.
Escaping the pressure right. He gets it left side to Johnson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Gone!
Harris to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Harris steps away to his left. A bullet throw, but incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. To throw is Harris. From the gun, he'll throw. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. Sheds, does the big boy have the juice? And he will score. Touchdown, LA. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And out now come the Cowboys. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too. I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Set! Blue landing! Blue landing!
Back now in Los Angeles. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. Harris now on first down. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 18. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
On first down, it's Gurley. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this one is incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to do with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. The Rams on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Black 99 Philly. Here we go. Leopard. Leopard.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A big play there. 44 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Rams offense cashes in for 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Buying time to his left. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Harris throwing on 1st down. Being chased out left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his target, Beckham. And a loose football. And the Rams have got it back.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Flushed out right. Looking right sideline. That's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Here we go now. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught. A huge play that time for the Rams. 43 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looks like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a short return to the 6-yard line. two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe just sitting on it, trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Harris. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a two-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
Let's go.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play there for L.A. 56 yards. That one looks like he'll throw here. That is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's Harris on 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Harris operating from the gun. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going for the deep ball. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Charles, let's focus for a second on the losing side. In a couple months, they may look back and say, wow, it was a great season. But right now, I guarantee they're feeling no sugarcoating on this one.
And you can already see the T-shirts at training camp next year, can't you? Unfinished business. Because they've got to find a way to motivate these guys to go through all the same pain, right? All the same tough stuff, and find their way back and give themselves a chance to win this game.